Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a couple of teams you can use for this faction assault in Fang Moor. I'm also going to show you the Delve team I used to do this on level 500 as well. As ever, first of all, if you like, if you don't have your Horde level on at least level 100 in the Delve itself, you can buy yourself a tier 1. This is going to get you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops will start enchanted at the start of each and every battle. Really cool. At tier 4, there is a weapon. Bloodthirsty Axe deals magic based damage to the first 2 enemies and inflicts bleed on them. So nothing particularly special, but if you're going to go this far anyway in tiers, you'll pick it up at tier 4. First things first, I'll just show the team I used to do this with the Delve team on level 500. I used Chief Dargan times 2, Shaman of Set and Satori. Chief Dargan, this reduces damage from skulls by 50%, so it's a really good troop to have in first place, and inflicts bleed on random enemy when matching red gems. That is actually quite important for this team, and it gives a magic based attack to myself and all allies below him, and explodes a row, getting mana at the same time. So I had 2 of those. In the third slot I had a Shaman of Set. Choose a colour, create red gems equal to the number of gems on that colour, and inflict bleed on a random enemy. Again, the bleed a relevant part of this team. And in last place we had Satori. This creates 6 skulls boosted by bleeding enemies and inflict bleed on a random enemy. So those skulls, the idea is you get the bleed going on as many troops as possible before casting that to get a higher chance of matching some skulls and doing some big damage with our increased attack we got by charging up our Chief Dargan. That was what I used. It wasn't too bad in the end. My Horde level was 155 on that. But now onto this faction assault team itself. For the first team, this is what I call the ultimate lazy person's team. It's just a web spinner and 3 times the Great Worm. The Great Worm creates 2 skulls when its turn begins, so that becomes 6 skulls. They're going to just match themselves a lot of the time, and then a web spinner is going to do a triple skull damage to the vast majority of opponents and end the game really, really quickly. The class and banner almost don't matter for this because you're just going to be taking the skull hits and doing damage. You can put on Medals of Seasons to increase the damage. Just match the skulls. They're going to align almost automatically half the time. There we go. There's another one. And dead. Yes. So dependent upon your attack level of your web spinner, then this is going to obviously be easier or harder depending upon that. So yeah, if you've got a nice high attack, you're going to actually whiz through these stages with this team. I think I actually used this all the way up to level 500 in the end. It was like fun, easy and pretty straightforward. You're not going to get any class XP of course because no hero in a team with this. You can pick up the Great Worm from Worm Run in the Underworld by spending your shards. Open portals and get lucky with getting it. You can win games mega quickly with this team. Like sometimes you'll just start the game and you'll get the cascades just land automatically and just clear the enemy really, really easily. There you go. Dude, didn't even do anything. Yeah. And win. So obviously if your Horde level is up on this as well, it's going to increase the attack of your web spinner, which is then multiplied by 3 for most opponents. So it's going to be pretty devastating damage. Only takes like a couple of hits to start wiping out even the strong enemies later on. Unless you get entangled. In that case we can charge up our Great Worms. So maybe the banner is vaguely important. Went for the +2 red, +1 yellow, -1 brown banner. And you can use that to finish off instead. That's why I call this team Triple Trouble. You've got triple skull damage from Web Spinner. You've got damage to wall from the Great Worm. And you've also got damage to wall from a Web Spinner if you need it. So a triple threat of danger for the opposition. Let the skull magic happen. You can use Web Spinner to finish off if you fancy it. Or Great Worm. Your choice. For the second team, we can go a slightly different route. We can go Shield of Askaya, 2 times Tesla, 1 times Rowan. Or if you don't have 2 times Tesla, you can go 2 times Rowan and 1 times Tesla. The idea of this team, as a lot of people will know, is to charge up the Shield of Askaya, which gives an ally magic-based armor boosted by all enemy attack. So the stronger the enemy gets, the more powerful this shield gets. Then enrages and barriers them. Then a Tesla will deal 8 true scatter damage, again boosted by all ally and enemy armor. So the stronger those enemies get, the more powerful they get. Tesla's spell damage just goes through the roof and it just gets absolutely superb. But when you cast your Shield of Askaya, you're going to actually put it on Rowan. Now the reason is she deals scatter damage boosted by her armor, so her spell will get magnified by that at the same time, but that automatically magnifies Tesla's spell at the same time because that is boosted by all ally and enemy armor. So basically by putting it on Rowan, you get a boost from Rowan which automatically boosts up Tesla. So really, really easy to use. Archer class for this. Do you like Archer class? The reason I like this in particular is because of that lovely 50% start that we get from the traits, a 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal, and the main talent tree for this, we're going to go on Root Trap. It's really nice to have the first enemy entangled. You can go like Geomancer class, something like that for the barriers, but you don't really need a barrier too much because we're going to basically have a barrier quite often from our Shield of Askaya. So there we go, let's dive in and do a little run with this team. Won't take long at all. There we go, we've got the weapon nearly ready. By the time we've collected this for our Tesla, the weapon will nearly be up, but our Tesla's up next round anyway. Ordinarily, like this would be doing like 220 boost. Stick on Medals of Guard to increase the damage of the team. Obviously I can cast Tesla and just win it, but we'll show what happens when we actually get this cast on Rowan. So first of all, my Rowan is the boost of 436. So we've got 436 boost from Rowan, a 220 boost from Tesla, but when we put this onto Rowan, let's watch what happens. Tesla, the now boost is 240, and Rowan, the boost is 590. Absolutely insane. So obviously it's going to make absolute mincemeat of those early stages. First trooper is going to be entangled from the start, which is not so important on these lower levels, but certainly on the higher ones it is absolutely vital. And we're going to get barrier as well, so really, really cool. Let's just whiz through these a few battles here. Really nice team to use. Absolutely devastating on the higher levels. Tesla just gets more and more powerful all the time. It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely one of the best troops in the game. And so good for a newer player as well as experienced ones. One of the best delve troops that is non-mythic. Oh, we've got a Death Mark gem up here. Let's get that for our Tesla. See, Rowan got charged up first this time, so you can cast Rowan instead. That's why it's actually good to have like a mixture of these two as well. And the cool thing about the Shield of Askaya is if you get the upgrades, then it actually has shielding as one of its upgrades. It enrages and barriers an enemy anyway, an ally, sorry, but at the same time you can see it's got shielding, the second one there. So we get a shield from the spell, but we also get a barrier from the upgrade as well. So we get 2 barriers for the price of 1. You get a barrier on yourself just by casting it. You get another barrier because of the upgrades on whoever you cast it on. So it's always best to cast on somebody else if you can to get that double effect of the barrier. Right, let's do the last one for this. And we'll show another team. And call a video a day. This video a day, and you know it. The cool thing about this is as well, I forget what the trait is, but basically it gives 1 mana to everybody as well. Like if I cast this on Rowan, you'll see actually everybody actually gain 1 more mana as well. They're enchanted as well. But yeah, so they go up by 1 more every time. Cast throw in, and done. And lastly, here's a quirky little fun team you can use if you want to do something a little bit different. Earth's Fury eliminates all armor from an enemy and deals magic-based attack and give all allies 2 attack boosted by the armor eliminated. So the more armor you eliminate from those stronger enemies, the bigger that boost is going to be. You're then going to cast Gargoyle, which deals magic-based splash damage to an enemy boosted by all allies attack. So the more this gets charged up, and the more this attack goes on all our enemies, the higher the attack, the damage a Gargoyle does. Really cool. Because this is all red and brown, which is highly unusual and not normally recommended, Magma Dragon is here because it conjures a lava storm when its turn begins. So that is a red and brown storm literally every single turn, and can chip in with some damage to all to soften up those enemies for our Gargoyles to finish off. And any skull damage is going to be absolutely devastating. We're going to have a Geomancer class for this. Nice barrier. 50% start, we get damage reduction from skulls. We have Serendipity. We can have Anti-Magic Sphere, Tactician, Rock Solid. We get a lot of brown. We can have a barrier pretty much all the time in this. Extra brown from brown, thank you very much. Or you can have Tree of Knowledge, but you don't really want that. And Fortitude. In fact, I'm going to show this on the Delve itself on the hardest level, just for fun. Right, so let's go to the Delve itself. Fang Moor. Level 500. Right, let's put this in. Right, so here we go. I've got a horde level of 155 on this, so I've got a bit of a boost in attack already, but you'll get the idea. Right, so let's do this. Level 500. So again, you're looking to get brown when you can, because you're going to give yourself a barrier, which is really important on these high levels. Even though we can do that absolutely straight away, I do recommend picking up a barrier from the get-go. Let's park that on someone. Let's whack away the armor. We've now got 223 attack on our top troop. This boost has gone to 297. You can whack on them, do a lot of damage. Look out for any skull hits. They're going to be absolutely devastating. Let's cast this again. Soften them up. Might as well do that. Could have cast my Magma Dragon. But yeah, you can soften them up with that. I cast Earth's Fury. Should have done that the other way around. Could get a bit of a attack boost, but it doesn't really make any difference right now for me. It's going to kill them with a single skull hit anyway. And wait for a skull hit, or wait for our Gargoyle to get charged up and the job is done. Keep on getting brown, you keep on getting a barrier. Come on, stop making life difficult. It's supposed to be a red and brown storm here. There we go. Can be really fast depending upon how lucky you get with skull drops. But it's safe. Very, very safe. If you don't have Earth's Fury, you can stick in Mang. I actually quite like Mang. You get a more of an attack boost from it. You can be on 1,000 attack really, really early. And do even more damage. Just pick on Bonnie. Let's get Bonnie stripped. Stripped of her armor. Give ourselves that barrier. No red or brown to collect right now, so we may as well cast this and do some damage. Should have cast on the third troop down really, so we left that top troop armor untouched, so we get a bigger boost when we cast this. There's still going to be plenty right now, it's not going to actually matter too much. Huge damage. We've got a barrier, so doesn't matter if you leave them the odd skull whack now and again. What do we do with this? Anything more interesting than just a basic skull hit? Not really. And just charge up your Gargoyles again, and the job would be a good one. There it is. Boost of 357. That will vary on your magic level, of course, and your state in the game. But yeah, really nice, easy team. The Tesla team will work with this as well, and I'm I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, I think I used that Great Worm team as well. Like, all the teams I've shown today will basically work for you. One of these teams here will work really well for most players in the game. If you've got nice high attack, then that Great Worm team will absolutely pound through. We've got 250, yeah, might as well do that. Soften them up. The Tesla team is probably the safest team of all, I would say. Really, really reliable Teslas. Especially if you have 3 Teslas, then it's almost even better. You just cast all the Teslas back to back and do really enormous damage. Can't say no to that. Or that. This is level 500. Key to it is getting that nice attack boost, which is going to boost up the power of our gargoyles absolutely massively. Really want to take that, but it's the best option. We don't have a barrier yet, so you do not want to lose a troop, because you don't get them back. If you lose a troop on this, they are gone. Cast that on whoever's got the most armor to get the biggest boost you can. Unleash your gargoyles. Grab 4 matches when they're there. Skull hits when they're there. Massive damage. Soften them up for gargoyle. No point casting Earth's Fury again now. We can soften them up with this. And let's charge up our gargoyles. Kaboosh. Kaboosh, kaboosh, bingo, bango, everybody's dead. One more. One more, and the video is officially a day. Video, you're officially a day. Yes. Alright, let's get our barrier. Doesn't matter if we give them a skull hit. We can just get another barrier back really easily. Or charging up the team. Right, let's do this a bit better now. Let's cast this on the top troop first. Let's grab some more stuff for our Earth Fury and cast it a second time. On the bottom troop this time. Everybody's got like mad attack now. Look, so the boost on these things is 652. Absolutely nuts, huge amount of damage. Let's cast this one. And the next troop down. Massively softened up. Let's get rid of them because they're not going to survive that. Let's get that, just going to be a 4 match. Cast Gargoyle again. And that was level 500. Absolute walk in the park. So there it is, there's the video, 3 teams for you to try there, as well as the Delve team I used. So there's a video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.